Most people type this command every single day. Ping 8.8.8.8 and never think twice. But I wanted to see actually what happens under the hood.
Wow.
This is what I am about to show you. Not only what happens under the hood, but how we can mimic, how we can create a fake packet in order to understand better what's happening now when we are talking, or in this case when we type ping 8.8.8.8. Let's go. So I asked ChatGPT, not only ChatGPT, this is my agent, my GPT agent. I'll drop the link below and we can use it for free. But I asked him to give me a Python script. But before asking him how to create a Python script to see how ping works, I want to test this out with my question, with my actually student's question. Let's see how it goes. In a bit. This is my IP address. So I have the IP address 192.168.1.7, and if I ping 192.168.1.20, which I think doesn't exist. Yeah, it does not. You can easily see that I am getting some answers from myself. I mean, from my IP. Reply from, okay, it's telling me that that destination host is unreachable. Means the IP that ends with 20 does not exist, or maybe it has like a ROM default gateway configured against its a network interface. There are a bunch of possible issues, as the GPT actually told me. But all right, I'm not gonna sort this out here because I know this .20 does not exist in my network. I want to know what's happening when I ping, when I carry out this command ping, what actually happens under the hood. You might be asking yourself, all right, it's just a ping command, but you told me that this would be related to cybersecurity or could be used as a hacking tool. Yeah, stay tuned until the end of this video and I'll be showing you why it's so dangerous. Well, let's go.
Please create a new script from scratch, send an ARP request, and after having the hash table
Completed, it sends a ICMP request and it must capture, drop the result into a pcap file. Let's see if it goes a bit better now. Okay, a new script from scratch. Well, let's give it a go for this new script which we created from. I asked ChatGPT, my agent, to write from scratch. But before running this script, I gotta change something here. You can see interface ETH0, it doesn't exist in our Windows environment. So how can I actually find? You can either come up here and use the command ipconfig /all. Oops. And then we will have this interface here. You can see description is Wi-Fi 6 blah blah blah, but the name of the adapter is here, Wi-Fi. Just use this. Okay, so let's just amend our script quick by changing. So let's just delete it, pick the right one, paste. The IP that I've been using is 20.20, right? 192.168.1.20. Let's replace it. Y-5. Save it. That's it. So let's come back here. This is Python. My scripture is there. Python space ping. Let's see if it's gonna work. Starting back capture on Wi-Fi. No ARP reply received. Perfect. That's what I wanted. So according to our script, it starts capturing right after sending ARP request. That's what I asked. I had asked him. If we do receive ARP reply, my Windows would be able to add this MAC address and its particular MAC address into my ARP cache, and then I would be able to send out ICMP request. But as it hasn't got any reply, I mean ARP reply, I don't even have any entry in my ARP cache. So that's why I cannot send any ping, or the ping because the package could not even be created if you don't have you do have the IP but you don't have MAC address. This is how the ARP request works. Well, let's see if you have a pcap file ready to be checked. Yeah, we do. ICMP capture. Yes, there it is. You can see we sent 1, 2, 3, 4 different ARP requests expecting a reply, but we did not receive anything. So let's just jump into this different world under the hood of Ethernet world. So as you can see, it's a ARP package as I asked our GPT to create it, script using Scapy. So it's a completely fake, which is not fake, but I can say it's not a legit package because it wasn't created by our system, Windows system. It was created by my script. So it's a ARP request, my MAC address, the broadcast as a destination, because I'm actually asking to the network who is the owner of 192.168.1.20. This is actually how the Ethernet works. First package will always be an ARP request because we always need to have our ARP cache completed, which I actually I'll try to I can show you here. The famous command ARP-A. You see, it shows me the IP and its particular MAC address. Without this table, there is no communication whatsoever. We do have to have IP and MAC address. It's temporary. That is it's called aging time. The clock is just counting down. Just jump back to our Wireshark, our fake package here. So you see, I did try to figure who is the owner of this 192.168.1.20. Oh yes, yeah, I have more than one here because this is, yeah, it was open. Yeah, all right. So you can see here 20. So Ethernet, the layer 2 part of this capturing it's telling me that it's an ARP request, sending MAC address as a source, the sender or source is my own MAC address. The IP is my IP. You can easily see here IP config, and you see here this is my IP. Perfect. Then destinations broadcast IP, and MAC address destination is the broadcast 2 here. See, destination broadcast. So it's a ARP request, and as I did not receive any reply, it did try to send a ping, which of course won't be working. You never work, because if you don't have the ARP reply coming back as a response of the ARP request, we will never have this ARP cache table, as I showed the ARP ready to be used. So here, for example, in this case here, there is nothing. The answer is no response. This is why I will be always getting the answer from my own IP, but the result will be unreachable. You see here, code 0, the ICMP type 8, which is a request. You never ever receive a response. So that's it, guys. I hope it's been informative. I hope you managed to learn something interesting, and you see how powerful the GPT is nowadays. We did have some issues when we were creating our script, but after just debugging for a couple of minutes, you always ended up having a very good and useful script. So I hope it's been informative, and see you on the next video.